Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
All right, the Padres are in action against. Oh, let me fix. Padres are not favored in this game. I know that.
They should be, right? After that game last night, Ramon. Look at them putting up the runs.
The Yankees are the favorites with Luis Severino. In fact, they're up to almost $1.50 now already, and 8.5 under 20 in this one.
So yeah, I mean, Milwaukee has pitched against this Yankees team, about 8 times in the past 2-3 years here. I just think it's one of those that I think he's going to fare well versus this Yankees team. I just kind of feel like too much juice for the Yankees here. I think Severino looks fine in his, opening, but I'm not sure if he's a 150 favorite here. I'm going to take the Padres. I'm going to take them on the run line here today. Looks like about minus 165 or so.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe even a little bit less. So Mindy on the Padres here with Waka. Yeah, I mean, people, they kind of make fun of Waka a little bit. But he is 5-1 last I checked for a team that, isn't playing great. But 5-1, 3.58 ERA. I think I've been one of the few that kind of said, you know what, he might be okay. Last 3 games have been just outstanding for Waka. Terrific, quite frankly. So I can see what Mindy is looking at here. Maybe with the Padres, we saw Severino so far with his start was just pretty good, I'd say. Yankees, of course, have now lost 3 straight. See what the chat has to say in this one about my Padres. Bionic might be on the Padres, but Ziggy's on the money line, and Londo likes the Yankees here. James says he's on the Padres today for $7. A Yankees first 5 under for Blake in the game. He wants to go under in the first 5. Severino prop here. And yeah, Latifa going to lay off after that. Padre win yesterday, getting it done 5-1. Mindy mentioned. Right. She said putting up those 5 runs, I guess, for them, pretty good, huh? GG Virtual here today. Yeah, Waka has been very good, right? I mean, last 3 starts, that 0.47 ERA and 0.74 whip, 19 strikeouts. So pretty good. And all right. Yeah, James, that's just some slang. That's
$7 slang.
That makes me cool. All right. So, all right, Mindy, I'll just take the under in this one. We saw 5-1 yesterday. I don't know. We'll see if Luis Severino, if this is going to be something where he can make a big contribution here. I'll take the under. We know we've seen, like I said, for whatever reason, these Yankee games, and look, here's ours. He's from New York City. He says take the under. And I just see Yankee games at home. They seem to go under.
They just kind of seem to, yeah.
They got they've got Judge, but like I said, I think the Park's playing the Park's playing big. So I'm going to take the under in this one. I mean, I know Mindy's giving me the opportunity. She's laying it right there in front of my face. Take the Padres. They're the team that makes the most unders, right? They're basically a third of their games have gone over. 2/3 of the games have gone under. Darren's on the under as well. All right. All right, let's move on here, and we'll take a look at the White Sox and the Tigers. These are both 1 o'clock Eastern starts, 12 Central and 10 Pacific. Schultens makes his second start. He's going up against Michael Lorenzen here, the Tigers, $1.15, 9 under 25.
Yeah, I mean, Lorenzen was kind of hit hard last time, but before that, he had some really, really strong, starts, only allowing 14 hits and like 20 innings. He's still sitting at a 3.71 ERA, 7.4 Ks per 9 innings. Schulten seems to be, a little bit less in that category, 5.6 Ks per 9 here, but has a decent ERA. But again, only 8 innings pitched here thus far. I know the White Sox kind of were lights out hitting yesterday. I'm not quite seeing it go that way today. I'm going to go ahead and take the Tigers. I think they're going to come back here. They've been hitting about 250 here as of late. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Tigers in this one.
I agree with you, Mindy. I'm going to take the Tigers with Lorenzen here. He's put up some profits so far. He's got a 4 ERA, but even better than that in his last 3 starts, a 2.89 ERA. So I'm going to end up on the Tigers here with you in this one. But we do see some support here in the chat. Hello to Brett. Welcome today. Londo likes the White Sox, as does Latifa, but here comes James and Darren on the Tigers. So you figure this game close to a toss-up. We'd see both teams gaining support. Yeah. Tigers for Blake, but money line on the White Sox. Bionic on the Tigers. Latifa unsure. We'll take the Tigers, though. Lorenzen, certainly he's got more experience than Schulten's here. So let's get on these Tigers a little bit. Give them a chance at home. And Ziggy says the Tigers are as good they're as good as they can be. I think is that they're not awful considering how bad
right.
the Tigers have been over the last few years. Is that what we're kind of saying? Yeah, White Sox, got the win yesterday. I get it, and I struck out with the under in that one yesterday. Mindy, you were right on that one. I, for some reason, went against you with a premium. So. And I gave out Tigers on the show. White Sox got it done. Let's come back on the Tigers, though. I'm going to come back on the Tigers today. All right. Next up, we have the Blue Jays and the Twins. In an interesting series here yesterday, Mindy. We did see the Blue Jays come through with the victory with Gausman. And you had another great pick on the under. So we hit this one on the show yesterday, although I did go over in a premium. But nonetheless, we gave out 2 winning plays on the show yesterday with the Blue Jays and the Twins. Let's come back with them today.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to come in on the Twins here today, sitting at minus 113 or so. It's one of those I would like them on the run line today to get a little bit extra. I think Lopez here. He's kind of settled in. He's not giving up the long ball, which I like. On the other hand, Bassett is. He's giving up, almost 3 home runs per 9. The Twins is averaging 4.85 runs of offense, but only giving up 3.77 as of late. So I think that's been kind of the big determining factor is that, this Twins team, even though they've had their struggles, have not allowed a lot of runs. And on the other hand, this Blue Jays team that has been struggling, they're the ones that are allowing all of the runs, almost 5.93 runs of offense to their opponents. So I'm going to go ahead and go on the Twins here.
All right, Mindy here on the Twins today at home with Lopez. We know Bassett has been off the charts of late at 0.81 ERA in his last 3 starts. So he's been very, very sharp. Whether or not he's found something or if it's just a short-term excellence. I mean, it's been really, really elite, quite frankly.
Sure.
Ziggy on the Blue Jays. Saw some others. Saw Moneyline on the Blue Jays. Saw Londo on the Twins. Brett was on the Blue Jays. And James said Twins and over. Bionic also on the Twins. Justin on the over here. What is the current total? 8 flat?
Looks like it.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to take the under in this one. With these two, I mentioned Bassett and his great numbers. You talked about Lopez. Yeah, maybe he's giving a little bit back. He's given up 4 home runs in his last 3 starts. But I'm going to go under here with the Blue Jays and the Twins today. And Fernando also. Here's over, money line over. Man, you guys are on the over here, and I just gave out the under. Oh, well. Hello, to James here today. All right.
Hello.
All right. 2 pretty good teams we saw yesterday. Mindy, we gave out a winner here with the Rangers. We went against the Orioles yesterday, and we'll mention also Tony T, premium winner on the over in this one. Mindy, you got Hahne going up against Kramer here, and Kramer about $1.15, 9 under 15.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one is going to be a good one. Again, you have some teams here that we know can put up the runs. You have the 3rd most runs and the 4th most runs. So, I mean, it's one of those that these guys put pressure on their opposing pitchers. That's for sure. And Kramer, I think after a little bit of a shaky start, has really pitched well here as of late. I kind of give that edge to Baltimore here, as well as the home field advantage. I'm going to go ahead and take the Orioles here today, Ramon.
Me too, because Dane Kramer is a money-making machine when he's on the mound, and that's what I remember when I bet on him. Londo likes Baltimore. Ziggy is on the over here. Looks like Blake also. James Edwards says, don't trust Kramer. Well, I know him. He's got an ERA of over 4.5, but he is 5-1 and 2.12 ERA in his last 3 starts. Although, is giving up some hits, some walks, working out of trouble a little bit. Not striking out a ton of batters, at least not as many as Andrew Hahne. So let's see. Latifa, Baltimore as well with us. We're on a premium together here. James is going to wait for the action to come in. Latifa also on the over. Bionic on the Orioles. And it looks like Fernando here going to take a little reverse run line action.
It looks like it, huh?
Okay. All right, I'm going to take Kramer here. This looks like a pretty good price. Hey, we were right yesterday when going with Texas, so if we're switching to Baltimore,
we're switching it up.
Yeah, maybe we have a handle on this series. We'll see. But you mentioned it. Good offenses. No doubt about it. I want to actually fix my graphic on the next game because I think we know who's starting for the A's. I don't think we've seen a confirmation yet, and I don't even think usually we've at least had some speculation on the line. And I don't know if you've seen anything, Mindy. I'm trying to find something. Maybe
I saw it was Hogan Harris. I don't know. Is that going to be it?
Oh, yeah. No, I believe it will be Hogan Harris. I just was hoping to see a line. Now, let's just let's give Hogan Harris the benefit of the doubt. Okay. He just is coming off one of the worst major league debuts ever. I just don't know how else I could put it. The first pitcher to I don't even know if I got it right, Mindy. Maybe you have it there. The first pitcher to ever give up 5 hits and 5 walks, 5 runs and 5 walks. It is major league debut since when Joe Nuxhall came in as a 16-year-old in like 1944 or whatever year it was. So I read it. I didn't write it down. You guys can correct me or make fun of me or whatever. He's got a 162 ERA. So
whoops. Yeah, not a way to start, right? Not a way to start. So yeah, that's why I feel like I should come back on the Oakland run line today, Ramon. I think it's just because the A's, they do tend to hit the lefties. Whenever, I like Framber a lot, but it's whenever they play him, it seems to be a one-run game or he gets the loss. I don't know what it is about it. Whenever they face Valdez, they play him close, no matter what here. So the Oakland run line, I know you've tried to be on them a couple times, and it's pretty good. It's 10 games better than Houston's run line, actually. So yeah, I'll be a little crazy today. I'm going to take Oakland on the run line here.
All right, Mindy, we'll take Oakland plus the 1.5 against the mighty Astros. Yeah, I'm tired of doing it, I'm afraid.
I'm tired of it. Uh,
And too bad Oakland has no fans. And what if Harris became a great pitcher and he could have because the A's, they always are the best with
Hogan's
making up.
hero.
Yeah, they're the best with making up nicknames and having little groups in the stands when they had fans. They always had little groups like that. So, hi, Twan Lee here today. All right.
So he doesn't
Poker
think my pick
legend.
totally out of the ballpark there. That's good. That's good.
This guy was selling popcorn. Right. He always talk about Mindy. Come to the ballpark on Saturday, and every first 5 fans in attendance will get a chance to pitch.
That way, at least that way you don't get at least your 3 at bats versus 1 pitcher, right? You can change it up with the 5 pitchers in 1 game.
James Edward likes an upset. I will say this, right, Mindy? What I keep talking about with the A's and this record-setting. Oh, is it a record-setting for
in the bad record
right?
setting in the bad.
For me to take the A's again on the to take the A's on the money line, for example, in this situation against Framber, I mean, I'd need like 375.
Yeah.
I would think the way it's going. So, anyways, we don't even have a line. Like who said no? DK no line. There's just no. We rarely have gone onto the show without at least some even outlaw line or anything. Let's face it. I mean, we know what the line's going to be. I mean, I'll make it up. Does anybody have a line? I'm going to make up the line. It's Astros like 275.
No, they're still saying here that it's not even on, DraftKings or anything like that. So.
Well, I'd say, Astros.
You're looking at the line service.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's going to be, Astros 275. Total probably be 8.5, maybe 8.5 under, I would think. So jot it down, see how close I am. I'm not even cheating. I don't see anything. And
no, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Justin will take the over, whatever it is. And Nathan talking about it there. Yeah, the Astros got it done yesterday, gave it out on the show. And what was that score yesterday? I thought I had it here written. And hello to Burley. Jordan Carter, hello. He will take it with you, Mindy. He'll take Oakland. Ziggy says it'll be $3 as well. And all right. Probably put too much time into that one. Mindy on the I didn't make a pick, did I? I'll just take the challenge. We don't have a line. We don't have anything. I'll just take the challenge in this one because we know the line is going to be pretty accurate to what we said. So,
Ramon, Astros run line.
Yep, and Mindy on Athletics run line. We got
a challenge. Mindy versus Ramon. Top rope.
He was with you.
I don't know what it is about Framber losing today. So, I mean, again, that was my handicap. That's pretty much it.
And I can't even keep it straight out here. I'm in Las Vegas, and every day the tide, we're not the, county's not going to approve it. They might have to play on a different location. It's kind of messed up here. It looks like everything's, kind of signed, sealed, and delivered as far as getting the stadium, but public never wants to pay for it. They don't have to here. This is a totally, from what I've learned and seeing, all these sports facilities here coming from, especially for me coming from San Diego, where it's like pulling teeth.
Right?
But it's hard to get anything approved for San Diego. That's why they lost their football. Here in Vegas, I mean, they build stadiums like they're growing weeds. So I don't think it'll be much of a problem. I mean, they've got stadiums all over the place here in this city. Old stadiums, new stadiums, minor league parks. Houston run line here. Super run line, Justin. And all right. Yeah, Brett, I don't know. I mean, remember this the first thing that I said, remember, Mindy, about the Athletics moving to Las Vegas. This would be their fourth city. Remember, they were the Philadelphia Athletics, they were the Kansas City Athletics, then they were the Oakland Athletics. If any team has moved, this is the most transient team in sports. I think even more than the Raiders. They all ended up here in Vegas. The Phillies and the Braves in this one. Well, we saw the Phillies get a victory yesterday. Mindy, I think we got a push. That was our one push, I think, on our 4-2-1 record yesterday on the total. Here are the Braves with Morton, $1.35, 9 under 20. When I see that Braves and Morton, I don't know if anybody were old enough to know. Remember when the Braves used to have a rain delay back in the day on the Superstation, and they'd pull out the big tarp, and on the tarp, their sponsor was Morton Salt. And it said, when it rains, it pours. Phillies and Braves.
All right. I think I'm going to come back on the Phillies here today with Zach Wheeler. I think for me, a lot of this is going to be bullpen work. I think that Zach Wheeler can keep this one close here throughout. It's one of those, like, I have to make sure that, he doesn't give up any big hits. He has the .436 here slugging percentage against him. That's the only thing that worries me a little bit. Again, I feel like, he does have a subpar ERA, but I feel like he's a better pitcher than that. Morton has struggled a little bit. So for me, I'm going to go back with the Phillies here today.
Ziggy wants over 9 in this game. Hello to Thomas Poston here today. Good to see Thomas here. Blake, a Braves first 5. Here's Londo liking Atlanta in this one. James was with Mindy and says Phillies is a lock for him. Darren on Atlanta. This one, Atlanta favored, but still, I'd say somewhat closely rated. And Nathan in the race to 2. I'll take the under in this one with Wheeler and Morton. I want to slide him a little bit there, but I'll go under here with these two. All right. Thought we had another.
Yeah, you got Bionic with the under.
Oh, okay, there they were. Yeah, I had to hit the
agree with you
button there. Yeah, but Latifa's on the over. And James says no chance for the Braves today. Likes the Phillies, but Ron G says Atlanta and over. Jordan on the under. This one's all over the place.
It is. It does seem like it's kind of all over the place.
I feel like I'm all over the place with this baseball card right now and my baseball picks a little bit. And Burley on the under here. He's under on this under.
I like the under on this under.
All right, the Giants. Now
putting up a Giant
coming through in the National League West. 15 runs yesterday. Mindy, we had the over. Tony had a premium on the Giants yesterday. So, anyways, here in this one, another closely rated game showing right now. The Brewers favorite, a $1.15, 7.5 under 20.
Yeah, I think this game should be tight all the way. I think you got, two really good pitchers here today in this one. I like how this one sets up here on the mound. I really kind of think it could go either way. That's kind of what this line is indicating here again. So for me, I'm kind of going to stick with the hot hand. I'm going to go back on the Giants. I think their offense is starting to become a little bit more reliable, even though that's, like loosely stated there. I think their bullpen seems pretty stable as well. I'm going to go with the San Francisco Giants.
Mindy, on the Giants here on the road after what we saw yesterday. Bionic also on the Giants. Ziggy will take the Brewers. Londo's on the Giants. Brett likes a great start for Webb and to get strikeouts, and it looks like also to win the game here. James Edward, though, doesn't trust Logan Webb in this one. I think we were expecting maybe a little bit more from both these guys. Skitzlow here today says under, but Ronchi's on the over. Man, that looks like a tough card.
Right.
Latifa on the Giants here today. So, all right. Yeah, I mean, look, Webb's been hot. There's no doubt about it. I mean, his last 3 starts, he has an ERA under 1. That's why I'm coming in on him today. And Burns, he's given up 5 home runs in his last 3 starts. So
did I hear a consensus play, Ramon? Did I hear it?
Yeah, no. Let's take it. Let's take the Giants here.
Consensus play number 4.
Yep. And here's Burley, Giants first 5. Justin says over.
James says, Mindy, I'll take the Brewers. Write it down. All right. Ready?
All right.
Write it down.
Michael Thompson. And here's the thing. Everyone says, there's all that critical, right? Happy Memorial. People will say, it's not happy. I disagree. I agree with Michael. Happy Memorial. We celebrate those that gave their lives for us. We're tremendously in debt. Just make it clear. We'll be here on Monday. We'll talk about it then. But I always get mad when somebody says, why do you say Happy Memorial Day? Those people have made it so that we can celebrate every single day in our country. So I won't go too much into that, but I'm going to agree with Michael. People always say, don't say happy. It's a somber day. There is a moment for that song. I remember we used to do in the poker, when I was a poker dealer for 15 years. And in poker, Mindy, there's a lot of veterans, a lot of older people that sit around, many veterans playing poker, older people. And every year at the time, the 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, we'd stop the poker and take a moment of silence, which is crazy in a poker room because whenever you're in a poker room, right, folks, you hear that magic noise, the chips.
Twinkling of the chips, yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I think we're on the Giants there. All right, the Nationals and the Royals. What a game yesterday, Mindy. Wow. Saved some runs here.
12-10. Goodness.
That was another winner for us yesterday, Mindy. I had a premium winner on the Nationals, but we had the over. Another one of our winners yesterday. That was we looked pretty good on that pick, I'd say.
Right.
Anyways, here today, Brady said this is virtually a pick 'em. I'd say if you looked at the screen, there'd be a slight lean to the Royals. A few books having them as the slight favorite here. This total is continuing to move up. I'm showing it now at 9.5 under 25, which is a higher number than 9 over 25, even though it's a little bit,
Yeah, I mean, well, it's been interesting for the Royals because they are the ones that have had a little bit of trouble producing runs, and then suddenly they break out for like a 5 spot in what, like the 6th or 7th inning. I mean, like it's pretty crazy
It
how
kept
they've
coming
been
back.
that's done, right? Just plugging away, getting it back. But they've only had 12 runs in like their last 5 losses. So it's one of those that I think I think we got Josiah Gray. I think he's been playing better. I think the Nats are playing good ball right now. I think he's maybe considered to be their ace. He's been a better road pitcher here all season. And now he faces the Royals. I mean, they hit, usually about 220 minus what they did yesterday. I'm going to go back on the Nationals here again today.
Okay, Mindy, take those Nationals. She's going against her Royals.
Again.
Uh-huh. All right, could I find a way to get on this over again? Are we going to see more action from these teams?
Yes.
Nathan here on Washington. Latifa will take it again, and so will I. I'll go on the over in this one with Gray and Singer. Singer's been, he's been a little bit better, no doubt, but he has that 7.5 ERA, as you mentioned, Mindy, this season so far. And, hasn't been a great situation. These Royals in home day games, just 2-8.
Yikes.
But you mentioned Gray, and we make fun every time, right? Because I keep thinking, do I say the right Gray?
Yeah, Joe Gray.
John and Sonny and Josiah. But Josiah Gray's he's starting to look like John Gray and Sonny Gray. We talked about, he's he's still young. He has all the potential in the world, and maybe he was rushed, but now all of a sudden, he's got his ERA down to 2.65. Yeah. Does he have to cut out the control issues still? Yeah, I think so. But he hasn't given up a homer in the last few games, and but I'll take the over here in this one after what we saw yesterday a little bit.
Sure.
Oh, they'll change, James. That's guaranteed in baseball. Maybe not too much, but Bionic on the Nats with you, Mindy. I'll take the over. All right. All right. This should be great news. Oh, just what the Rays need is more help. Tyler Glasnow, look, he's making his season debut, which was delayed because of he had Tommy John surgery. Remember, and we really have only seen him. I think they said 3 games in the last since 2021. He had an oblique injury, I think it was, that kind of slowed his comeback here. But again, he had TJ, and so I would expect this is great news for the Rays to get a pitcher. I would think I'm going to say of Tyler Glasnow's caliber. Remember how good he was prior to the injury, so he's going up against Kershaw here today. So good matchup, but good to see Glasnow back. We'll see, if he's on a leash or anything here in this start. But again, it wasn't an arm. It was an arm injury to a certain extent because that's what originally sidelined him back when. But
oblique, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think here?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the real question, right? I mean, how many innings is he going to be able to get? How many will they let him, try out here as well? So again, I'm not too worried with these, bullpen guys, only because I think that the Dodgers bullpen and the Rays bullpen match up pretty well throughout. I think it's going to be more about the Rays hitting today. I mean, they're hitting a 304 versus lefties, and they come against Kershaw that I kind of feel like is, struggled a little bit here on the road here this season. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rays today.
All right, Mindy says take the Rays. Boy, they really kind of dominated the game yesterday. Yeah, the Dodgers got off to the fast start, but that didn't last long.
Right.
And maybe this is a little bit of a, I'm not saying trap like the old trap term in gambling. I'm just saying a little trap to go down to play Tampa right now for the Dodgers. They've been on a pretty wild busy. They've been busy. They've been a little bit tired, I would think, on this road trip, and I think we kind of saw that yesterday. And having to come back in a day game today, I don't think it's a very good situation for the Dodgers. Kershaw, uh, he can lead them through this game certainly, but they are going to need some offense, and he hasn't been as good of late. 4.3 ERA in his last three starts, still under three for the year. So Tampa Bay at home in day games, 12-2. They have
Pretty
gone
good.
over, huh?
So that's pretty good.
Yeah,
12 and
they've gone over in 7 straight games. I'm going to be on Tampa with Mindy today. Good luck to the Dodgers. Here, let's see. Money line's going to be on his Rays. And Blake gives us an update there, Mindy. Astros are minus 350 in that
Oh,
game.
my.
So a good 50 cents higher
Yeah,
than
higher than what you
well,
thought.
value on the A's, I guess.
And we're getting closer to that value number you were talking about.
Yeah, right. Again, I said, once they get to $4, then maybe you could start considering the A's. So Latifa on the over. Brett says to mow him down a little bit, at least in the strikeout department. And yeah, I mean, no doubt about it. I think it might even be a little bit better than that. That's about right on, I think. So Blake says, get ready for Nashville Rays. He'll go over 8 runs in this one. Bionic on the Rays, Burley on the Rays. Are we getting a good price on the Rays? Good enough for me. I'm in with Mindy. Let's do it. Consensus play here.
Number 5.
Mm-hmm. Justin on the over. Michael liked the Rays. Ziggy, though, Dodgers. Yep. And yeah, but Glass now, that was a while ago, no doubt about it. We haven't seen Glass now in a while. All right, Minnie, I didn't catch why this one. Oh, because it's a pitching change. Vince Velasquez is going for the Pirates. Okay, I was wondering why that line was kind of off the board when I got up there in the middle of the night to get this show ready. Velasquez here, it's 215, and the total is 7.5. That's pretty close to the same line, so not too worried about it. But the Pirates did it yesterday, and I gave them out. I believe I gave it out on the show. I gave it on the run line
Right.
on the show. So yesterday in that one, Mindy, the Pirates kind of pounded them a little bit. So that was a lot of runs for a game in Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, I was really surprised with the amount of runs that came in here. I mean, that's kind of not where the Mariners have been, and it's not really where this Pirates team has been as of late. So for me, I'm going to go back to the under in this game, Ramon. I just think it's going to be a little bit more of a pitching duel here, and I think it's going to be one that we're going to see less runs on what we did yesterday, going under the total.
Well, I should hope so. Mindy says go under here with the Pirates and the M's. And I'm going to, man, God, the Mariners are going to be able to do anything on the run line. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the chat. Ziggy did say he is on the Mariners run line there. Not a lot of comments on this game.
Yeah, right.
I was like, maybe looking for some help here, but yeah, I think it's 7.5. I kind of wanted to take a further look. I wasn't ready for Velasquez, obviously, as the starter, so I don't have the best handicap possible here. I don't think in this one. Let's see here. Velasquez, okay, he's been out for 3 weeks. We know that. 3.06 ERA. He was terrific. He was on a little bit of a roll there before he got sidelined a bit. Here comes some comments here. Brett says Castillo 7 or more Ks.
Ooh, that's a bunch.
Allen on the under in this one. And Virgil says, even though he thinks Castillo is overrated, he wants to take the Mariners still here. Jordan says, take the M's. Gosh, I don't want to lay a run line with these guys, but Castillo has been, a bit of a disappointment, certainly, for his numbers of late, but still has a 3 ERA this season. So, all right. Well, Velasquez comes back. He must be ready. I'll just side with Mindy here and take a consensus. See a few people there on the under as well. So, IFKD in the house there today.
All right.
Here's the Reds and Williamson making another start, going up against the Cubs and Tyone. In this one, the Cubs are a pretty big favorite, $1.65, maybe even $1.70 here, and the total has dropped even further here to 9 under at -125, Reds and Cubs.
Yeah, what got into those Reds yesterday? Goodness. I mean, that was a bunch of runs that they put up. Haven't seen them do that in a while. Now they're coming in against Tyone. That's, I don't know, winless. It's one of those that I think he's pitched okay. It's just that the Cubs hasn't really been giving a lot of run support here as of late. We know Cincinnati hasn't necessarily dominated either, but I kind of feel like with what they did yesterday at the bats, they can get things going again. I think the offense is doing better. I expect the Cubs team to be able to, maybe get to, the Reds a little bit here. I think they're going to be able to keep it. I think they're going to be able to score more than what they did yesterday, Ramon. Anyway, I'm going to go over the total here, going over the 9.
Right, Mindy, over here, Reds and Cubs. And you take a look. We don't need we do need butterscotch, but you see this total, and that kind of should explain to you where we're headed in this one. Now, granted, it's come back a little bit on the under. The steam has been on the under as well, but I don't know. I'm kind of seeing it the way Mindy is here, and I'm gonna take the over in this one. You're being very, very kind to Tyone, Mindy. No doubt. I mean, he's got an 8 ERA this season, and he's kind of getting into Jordan Lyles territory a little bit. 7 starts, I think, so far, and no victories. 9 ERA in his last 3 starts, or no, worse than that. 13 ERA and a WHIP of 2.5. It's just been bad. So let's take the over here in this one. I'd give the Reds a pretty big chance. Williamson, off of his debut, so we'll see. I mean, he was okay. He was okay. Just mention the Reds in road night games, just 4-11. So kind of want to find a way to get on the Reds a little bit, but may need a run line. Here's Ziggy on the over, Blake on the over. Doubles on the over. So we've got a consensus here. I'm that girl's here today.
Good morning.
GG Virgil. So, yeah, I mean, Steele, what was up with that? I thought Steele would be better. I started off with a loser in that one. So Bionic says Reds run line. Over for Verley. Over for Michael Thompson. So we've got a pretty good consensus on the over here. We'll go over 9. Blake says 89 people here are great and 2 like. That's because only 2 people like us.
That's right.
The others just tolerate us.
Correct. Funny.
The Cardinals going to come in with Flaherty here, and for the Guardians, it's Justin Beebe. No, it's Tanner Beebe. Making a joke back to
From
yesterday's
Bieber. Yes,
show.
we got it. We got it. We got it. Nice.
So in this one, the Guardians a favorite here. No, I'm showing now. It could be a pick 'em. Maybe the money's coming in a little bit on the Cardinals here, Mindy. 8.5 under 25. That's a pick 'em now, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of going to be what kind of BB are we going to get here today? He started off really, really hot, kind of had some shaky starts. It's kind of been the same with Flaherty, I feel like, here as well. I got two guys that I feel like are, a little bit unstable here for me, but I have a Guardians bullpen I feel like is a little bit better. They've only given up 62 earned runs compared to 79 for this Cardinals team. So I think I'm going to back the Guardians here today and BB and hope that he has a good game in this one. I'm going to take the Guardians.
Oh, okay. Mindy on the Guardians here with Beebe. And let's see, Guardians for Ziggy. Virgil's on the under here. That's where I'm going. I've got to go with these two teams right now. I've got to be on the under. It's just Cleveland first 5 here for Blake. Bionic on the under. I think if any game says under to me today, it's got to be this one. Michael's with you on Cleveland, Mindy. Steam came in on the under. Probably not getting the best price. Let's see it. What did I say it was? 8.5 under 20. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it still. I'll take under with Flaherty. We saw just 7 runs yesterday. I tried to give out the over on the show. That was a bad call. So I'll come back on the under in this one. Mindy's on the Guardians. Brett says, I like Brett giving an under prop. Yes, Brett.
Right. We don't see that often, right, Ramon?
When I see someone give out an under, I usually back it. Usually play it. All right, the Red Sox and Garrett Whitlock going up against the Diamondbacks. Zach Davies. Davies all so far profitable. Anyways, in this one, Mindy, you do have Boston a road favorite here, $1.25, 9.5 under 20. We haven't seen Davies yet, though, in quite a while. They did win his first. I think they won those games, but we have 2 pitchers here who we haven't seen in about a month or even longer.
Yeah, I mean, he's only has 4 innings on his home turf with a 10.39 ERA. Whitlock, he also has the 10 ERA in 9 innings of work on the road. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be quite the pitcher's duel, perhaps, in this one. I feel like you got Red Sox here with a little bit better bullpen. I feel like the Red Sox are hitting well offensively. I'm going with the Red Sox today. I'm going to take them. What, minus, what'd you say, about 130 or so?
Yeah, maybe $1.25, actually.
Yep.
Ziggy's ready to go over in this one. I put 9 on the screen. It's probably, there might be some 9 overs out there. Oh, he said right after over 9.5. That's where I'm going to go here in this one. We saw the Red Sox put up 7 runs yesterday. Arizona did not cooperate in that one. I did give out the under on the show, but that was a push. I'll go over in this one today. Mindy's on the Red Sox. Virgil's on the over with me. Bionic on the D-backs. Blake, Boston, first 5.
Go Blake.
All right, almost through with the baseball.
Almost.
Here's the Mets and Verlander here on the road going up against the Rockies and Chase Anderson. Mets are $1.85, 11 over 20.
Well, I think I can't recall. I think the Rockies didn't quite get the run line yesterday. Is that right? I can't remember. But I'm going to go. What's that?
5-2 Mets yesterday.
Yeah, so they didn't quite get it. I'm going to go back with the Rockies here on the run line today. It's one of those, like, I don't really want to take the Mets here. at the -$2, and I don't really like their offense as of late, just where they've been. I also like the Rockies, what they've been doing out of the bullpen as of late. So I'm going to go with the Rockies here. Hope they keep it close in this one.
Mindy takes the Rockies with Chase Anderson going up against Verlander. And, well, Mindy, you know, I'm where we're headed. I just can't get off these, low scoring Colorado games at home. It just seems like right now these games are not going typical Rocky fashion. Scared money, he's not scared. He's got the under. And Virgil might take the Rockies. Ziggy will take the Rockies run line with you, but Bionic will lay the 1.5 with JB today. Blake going under. Ron will not bet on the Rockies. And Bionic also on the under in this one, and that's where I'm going to go. I'll take the under. Again, a Rockies home game, I'm just going under. It's almost blind. I do have Verlander in there. So far, he's been okay. He's keeping those walks down. That's good. And he's giving up the long ball a little bit. So Rockies just 6-12 at home in night games so far this year. And Burley also on the under. Brett says people are pounding the Verlander K-prop over. Finally, Mindy, it's your Angels taking on the Marlins. Ohtani, $1.95. 7.5 over 15. We saw the Marlins get the best of the Angels yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of expect the Marlins here to have another strong performance. I'm going to go over the total here in this one today. I kind of feel like with Cabrera, the Angels can get to them. And I feel like with Ohtani, I think that he's pretty good. I mean, the Marlins aren't great against him, but I think that they've been playing with a little bit of fire as of late. I feel like that little bit of comeback with the Rockies kind of started them off a little bit. To get back moving with the bats. I'm going to go over the total.
Okay, Mindy wants to go over here. Marlins and Angels at 7.5.
Yeah, Cabrera gives up the long ball too.
Here's Ron G. They look at that K-prop over. Ziggy wants to lay the run line with the Angels today. And, yeah, the Angels. How about that stat, Mindy, that Ohtani and Trout, it seems like they haven't been together that long. They've already homered in the same game 26 times.
That's quite a bit.
I know, Ohtani, what's this, his third year here or fourth year?
Right. Third.
That's a lot. That's a lot of double home run action from the guys. Pretty big line here. But even money or so on that run line that's getting some support with Ziggy. So I got to definitely put some credence behind that play. Ron only bets the Angels if Ohtani pitches. Yeah, Angels, they just, I don't know, on the run line, I kind of want them here. I don't mind the over necessarily. I'll try the Angels on the run line here today.
Okay. Sounds good, Ramon. Sounds good.
Find a prop of those guys to homer together. Okay.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.